All what you are saying is that no more rape in Lagos. You are going to jail. When you see something and do something.
My name is Bossa Ironsi, and I'm the Executive Director of Women's Rights and Health Project, managers of Ireti Resource Center. Women's Rights and Health Project is a non-governmental organization focuses on the rights and health of women, young people, and communities.
My name is Precious Iberichuku, and I work with Women's Rights and Health Projects. I work as the community representative and the Acting Center Manager for Ireti Resource Center.
My name is Elder Ademola Olukayode Oshibelu, JP, the CDC Chairman of the Cultural CDA, and the CDC Chairman of all the 6 Alimosho CDC Federal Constituency in Alimosho.
My name is Toxin Abigail. I'm the Women Coordinator for People Living with Disability, Lagos State, and also Agbado Okeodo Chairperson for People with Disability.
Stop raping.
A daina bacci da yaran ƙanana, duk wanda aka kama yana bacci da yaran ƙanana za a yi masa kaciya ne. Wallahi sabon kaciya za masa kulle shi a gida. Gwamnati kuma ba sa son abin. An ce mu daina bacci dole, dukkan mu muka sani a cikin Qur'ani. Abin da ya dace ba mu daina buga mata mu duk wanda aka kama to.
Our guest can no longer work at daytime. She left at 3 p.m. and before 6 p.m. she was dead. And that we cannot continue, we cannot allow it. If we are saying that our children cannot work at daytime, where? How? They can't go to school, they can't go anywhere. Sir, please, we are using this opportunity to call you, to beg you. We know you have children.
We have a vision of having a just society where young people, women, and other vulnerable groups live a fulfilled life to participate in the development of their community. We use a right-based approach in delivering our mandates of making sure that the community participates in the development of their community, like I have rightly said. And we do it through information sharing, capacity building, policy advocacy. And for the past years, we have worked in several states of Nigeria: Ebonyi State, Edo State, Sokoto, Kano, Kaduna, and several other states, with almost 25 communities across Nigeria. But right now, the capital is in Lagos State, and we have offices space in Edo and Ebonyi State. We live in a patriarchal society where the decision of one sex is not as important as the other. And we felt that there is need to bridge that gap, to bring about equality and equity, to bring about justice, because any country, any group, any community that is not bettered on justice will not survive. So that has, given birth to what? And if you look at in our society today, majority of the people who are in this high level of injustice are the women and the young girls, all the children. And so because of that, we felt that we need to create a platform where we have an opportunity to interact with the community people. And we've been doing that for the past 16 years, working with community structures, changing the narrative of inequality, and making sure that we amplify their voices to be able to respond to issues of gender-based violence in the community, economic disempowerment, and a lot of other issues that affect human development. And then we are also engaged in schools because we believe that catching them young, engaging them with the right information, we make them to be able to know when danger is at the corner. And so I must say that we have visited more than 70 schools and reached more than 6,000 students in the whole of Alimosho and some parts of Lagos. And then I also discovered that there are laws protecting the rights of the vulnerable in the society, especially women and children. But most of the community people are not aware that this law exists. And so because they don't know the law exists, they cannot fight for their own rights. They cannot demand for justice. And so what I have been doing over years is to make sure that we engage the women, the men, the gatekeepers, those are the obas, the religious group, and other community structures. Because we also believe that prevention is better than waiting for issues to come up.
Wrahp trained more than 3,000 men to know what they are doing. When we were trained, the Lagos State government brought the law. We understood the law. We know what the law means. We can interpret the law, and they don't take law into their hands. They report cases. They see something, they do something, and act on that thing they did immediately. So that is our slogan. See something, say something, do something immediately.
When you see something and do something immediately.
We have Ireti Resource Center, which is a psychosocial support center for the protection and response to issues of sexual and gender-based violence in Alimosho communities and Lagos State as a whole.
Ireti Resource Center was established in March 2020 and launched in September 2020. And over these past 2 years, we have recorded a total number of 823 cases of SGBV. This center is a service delivery center where survivors of domestic violence advocates are free to report issues that have to do with child abuse, domestic violence, like a safe space where survivors come and they receive comprehensive psychosocial support. Ireti Resource Center was established through the help of the Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption Rollback.
I was sexually abused at the age of 16 in year 2020. I was rescued by Ireti. They made sure the culprit was arrested and was charged to court. They introduced me to counseling and therapy. They also introduced me to a 1-year program at Freedom Foundations. I learned a lot of skills. They have done a lot in my life that I can never imagine. They make me to regain confidence as a lady. They give me the hope of living once again. I am strong and I can face any ordeal. All thanks to Ireti Resource Center. I will forever be grateful to you.
And these reported cases are treated with utmost confidentiality. And through a case management process, all cases go through the counselor, the psychotherapist to ensure that they receive psychosocial support, psychosocial first aid, counseling, therapy, and relaxation techniques.
We say victims when maybe they may have lost their life, or survivors when we know there's an opportunity for you to overcome what you're going through and continue your purpose in life. So basically in Action we are excited, that Ireti Resource Center is here to stay.
And we have had 26 cases being reported from people living with disability. The center also attends to children, and we have recorded a total number of 138 cases of children. And over these past 2 years, we have charged 46 cases to court. And out of these cases, we've gotten 3 convictions, and which is our own success story. And we also had cases that are in family courts. We also got judgments from our family cases.
Long-awaited visit to the center has happened today, and I'm highly delighted with what I've seen. I've been thinking of how do I replicate what is here in Maiduguri. By God's grace, if I can get funding, I'm going to invite Wrahp to go to Borno State and establish a sales center, employ staff for us that can handle the issues of the center, whether they're coming from anywhere. I'm going to encourage the state government to take care of them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May God bless all of you.
I'm Jacinta Ngozi, the Dex Officer, FCT Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Response Team. I'm happy being here today in Ireti Center, in Ireti Resource Center. You've all taken us around what you do, and I'm so happy with the work you do in Lagos State. I've learned also that in Lagos State that what is driving all work, the work we do is the political will. So I'm taking that back to FCT so that they will know that it's not just putting out the work alone or just the stakeholders working around, that we need that political will to make the things we are doing in FCT work. So I'm also happy with the Survivor Center's approach at the center you will have here. And I'm happy with the work you do here and the expertise that is being put in place by all the workers here. I thank you so much for the work you do.
Ireti Resources Center have really impacted in the life of people with disability, most especially women and girls with disability. About 50 people have benefited from Ireti Resources financial empowerment or skill empowerment.
Side by side is true equality.
To the BC, concentrate.
So sing a song for women everywhere. Let it ring around the world and never cease. So sing a song for women everywhere. Equality, the lion and
Wrahp has been at the forefront of advocating for and advancing women's rights and health issues in Nigeria, especially in Alimosho local government. And this is sending you, Wrahp, the organization, the leaders, fellow board members, staff, and every beneficiary of the organization a goodwill message and encouragement to the organization to even push further, push harder, and do more. With this resource center, more responsibilities have been placed on your shoulder to contribute more, to the community you're serving, and to even do so conscientiously. So this is wishing you all the best. We are rooting for you. We're here to support you, and we look forward to all the success stories that will come out, from people using these resource centers and using it to better their own lives.
I'm looking at a center where people walk in. They don't just get response to go to the police, to help in the process of getting justice, but also be economically empowered, being knowledgeable to know what they're supposed to do. Because over the years we have found out that one of the drivers of SGBV or conflict in the home is when there is a low or slim resources in the home. So if we empower the women, build their skills, you will realize that there will be less conflict within the home. We also discover that sometimes when there is conflict, the children are mostly affected. I'm looking at a center where children of that nature can be taken through some sessions, so that there is no gap in their learning process. I'm looking at the center where skills acquisition will be there for the women. I'm looking at the center where there is a huge library or economic empowerment zone where women, men, young ones can learn skills. We are talking about digital skills. I'm looking at the center where digital knowledge, people, people in the industry who want to contribute to human development will come in there and partner with us to build the capacity of young ones. Because we are saying the Nigerian youths, the Nigerian children are highly talented. So we don't want those talents to be wasted. So we're already partnering with schools. Schools are coming here and they want to learn about human rights. They want to learn about, we don't want that dream of making sure that that interaction between the community and us is put aside. I'm looking at a center where we can provide psychosocial support thoroughly and well, where psychotherapies, legal clinics can be taking place and people are happy never to go back the way they are. I'm looking at it, the Ireti Resource Center, to be in several communities in Nigeria where the reference point will be that I came into that center and I'm a better person when I leave the center.
I will advise the government and everybody in Nigeria to come together to support this vision with money, because they need money. Because we must get a land where we will build the Ireti Resource Center that will make us proud.
Ireti Resources Center need their support, both the government and non-government organizations, because Ireti Resources Center have helped about 50 people living with disability with empowerment. She has trained people with disability a lot. We had another training with legal clinic, and many of our members have been benefiting from this because the lawyer have been there to support justice for people with disability, and that is why I said Ireti Resources Center have always been there.
We are also calling on people to understand the fact that the work is just starting. There's still lots to be done, and we use this opportunity to ask the well-meaning Nigerians to support the center, because there's a lot. We also empower women. There's a lot that goes through in the center.
The Yoruba adage says, ohun tá a bá ní, ohun ni tẹni. A gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ pé tí a bá ní Ireti Resource Center ní Àlímọ̀ṣọ́, a jẹ́ pé ohun tí ó jẹ́ ohun ìwúrí fún gbogbo Àlímọ̀ṣọ́ pé àwa la jẹ́ ẹni àkọ́kọ́ tí a máa kọ́kọ́ ní irú nǹkan báyìí ní the whole Nigeria. Torí pé àwọn bàbá wa sọ pé ilé la ti ń kẹ́ṣọ́ ròde, Ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́.
The level we are now is making sure that we sustain the center. We make sure that the resource center is constantly being supported. And we can only do that by encouraging the community people to take action. So this is an action call, saying that we cannot allow this whole dream or this whole space that the community people have over the year found succor to allow it to die.